Yo, 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 yo. I don't know why I find that so fun to do. Because, like, you couldn't do that to say someone that you just sat down next to at a restaurant, you know? Just like, oh, hey, Mary, how's it going? But the fact that, like, I am making this a stream and you're, like, opting in to watch this, I don't know, that kind of makes it loops back around and makes it okay again. Are we 100% charged? We're 93% charged. We've got to plug it in. Yeah, it's very liberating. Stackhouse.js is the internet is a freeing place. So true. So true. I want to note what I have right now. I have an espresso with some coffee. I also have a invisible mug containing water. And to round it out, I have a large cup of coffee. It's perfect. Yeah, so we got some strong-ass coffee. Let's go ahead and take a look at this dog. What a good boy. Sight 4. A quick unit. Critical hit when another dog is nearby. Oh. Effective against these bastards. Okay. There, hidden among the trees. Florin soldiers lying in wait. Who do we appreciate? Now that we can see them, they've lost the element of surprise. Oh, who's this guy? He's a commander. He's a move site commander captures. This learned and powerful mage is the trusted advisor of the rulers of Cherrystone. Effective against all. Ooh, a dog up there. Actually, it's probably not the right place to move said dog. So they can just see stuff, right? So I can... Oh, I'm actually only controlling this here. Oh. So I move. So if I were to whack this guy, it wouldn't be enough, but this is 70%. So I want to move here, and then I want to attack this to chip away at the Sedge folks first. Chippy dippy swappy choppy. Oh my god, that's such a good boy. Yeah. Oh my god, these battle dogs are so awesome. Oh my god. Okay. Sedge turn 1. God.
Lightning blast!
Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna move my dog scout. Actually, can this... God, what a good dog. Alright, I'm gonna move my dogs forward. I didn't realize these battle dogs were actually so unbelievably sick. So they should deal more than 56%, right? No. No, totally wrong. Alright, so this is good. The pikemen are gonna dive in the hole. Ghost Shark says, wait, we have a Corgi army? Yeah, right? Isn't the Corgi army the best army? You know, I'm probably going to beat this mission, and then I actually just want to play some Magic. I think I'm going to just switch to some Magic at the end of this. Oh, God. Oh, that's gross. Nice. What is game? Game is Wargroove. No, not my Emmerich dogs. +4 defense. Good boys. No, not my Emmerich dogs. No, 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 no. Bite back. Good dogs.
Lightning blast!
Lightning blast! Surprise! Alright, I probably can't lead with this commander, man. He just moves so fast.
I have a spell for this.
So if I moved here and then attacked this, could kill like this. Oh my god, I love battle dogs. Oh shoot, shit. Alright, we can just blow this up. And then by having our front line wipe through this, we can get some of our back line to catch up too. No, there's no way you can get my dogs in there. No! Dude, if the dogs actually died, I would just like turn the game off, man.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, this old man still has a few tricks up his sleeve. He said in a sexy, sexy way. What does it do? I am able to conjure up a gem known as the Cherry Stone. A powerful protective object. Its aura provides dramatic defense bonus for our units.
What? Wow!
Alright, so I capture this, right?
A tactical advantage.
Oh, no one's home. I will turn this empty house into money.
Hey, Mr. Mops. Yeah, don't do that to my doggy. Vision. I feel like there's probably dudes in the trees. Hey, hey! You know, I'm gonna be cautious with my dogs. Bastard. Shitting bastards. Ow! Ah! So I do this, and then I do the whack, I'll have critical. And this good, yes? This good to have critical, yes? This is like very good. This is so risky. There Never get anywhere without taking risks! Alright, I'm gonna get my good dogs to come up here. Alright. So it's sort of like we conquer this, then we start to figure out invasion plans outside this bridge, yeah? Gonna deck my thing about playing today? I don't know. I'll think about that when I get there. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Where can this good boy go? Definitely.
Tactical advantage.
I will turn you into a whole bunch of units.
Interesting.
Happening upon these old barracks is most fortunate for us. We should use this opportunity to bolster our ranks before crossing the river. But unfortunately, it appears that this is still on what is known as cool down.
I'm gonna keep these pikey boys together. Perhaps this game is just an Advance Wars nostalgia trip, right? Wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. So probably it's like not like a good amount of damage, but then we deal crazy damage back. Yeah. Did you see that? That turn damage? Wow, that was crazy. So crazy. Alright, dive on in. I'm starting to get the hang of the combat of this game. However, like, I don't know if you ever had this sort of feeling where, like... Oh. Battle Pup. I think I just want knights. There's gotta be dudes in trees somewhere around here. I'm gonna cautiously move this guy up here. I just don't really want to get overextended, you know? Like, this dog's staying put. This is a good dog. This really makes me want... What? Oh my god, this is so obnoxious. Alright, so I'm starting to see. Where is this even happening? Oh, je comprends. Ah oui, je comprends. Okay, yes. Yeah. Alright, so we are pulling troops back. We are making knights. Yeah, I want those guys healed, and I'm gonna send the knights back down this way. I think I actually want to just pull the... I'm just pulling everything back, man. Good dog. So I'm going to wait till these threats are dealt with. And I'm just going to be like spamming knights for a little bit. Seems good. God, I miss Heroes of Might and Magic 2, man. That is just like maybe my favorite game that has ever been played. Oh my god, this is going to be a massacre for the other dudes. What? All dogs? Yeah, I mean, these levels have been honestly pretty straightforward up to this point, but my understanding is that they get quite tricksy. Okay. So now I think I understand what I need to do. So this guy is going to stand here. So anything that crosses the bridge has to run into this knight. I'm going to wait on top of this here so that way the battle pup can see everything. Perfect. So now we have like a nice choke point here. And so I think I actually want to get another ranger in here. Because you can enter into the water, but that stops all movement, yeah. And I'll just capture this, and this guy is fine to just take some damage. Totally. Commander's more than well enough healed. These two guys are reinforcing each other. This battle pup's up here. Ever Bliss is green or blue? A CR will die if you choose wrong. You know, literally because I received this mug recently. It's a really beautiful color of blue. It's New York Police Department, NYPD mug. Believe it or not, someone I care about went to New York. Oh, the whole mug's cracked. Whatever. This is a really beautiful color of blue. Blue is a color that, for whatever reason, as a kid, I decided, like, I'm not into blue. Because, like, everyone was into blue. And I was like, I'm just not into blue then, because I want to be different. So I spent a long time having a real hatred for blue. Hatred's way too strong a word. I'm offended by blue. No, I just was, like, not that into blue, right? Not that into it. Blue's, it's fine. It's not great. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. And I really liked this mug a lot, and I've just been thinking about, literally in the last week and a half, how many different blue objects I like. So to answer your question, I'd go with blue. Blue over green today. My ultimate favorite color, as you know, is the golden color of Day 9 Yellow. That gold orange. Day 9 Yellow, FFA71A. It's very meaningful to me. So this is like a puppy night mission, right? God, I'm so good. Oh shit, I completely screwed the pooch on this, didn't I? Diggy bong, diggy dong, wiggy wong. How does someone cross a river that way? What? Can my knights do this? I'll clean these jerks up. Yeah, see, mine just, they get into the water and they just get stuck. Hey, what up, Sedge folk? I just want to let you know. Goodbye. Woo. Shit. I like dogs. Alright, so now then I'm gonna start. I feel like I need to leave these guys back here, so I should just assume that this is the army I'm working with. This really does make me want to play Into the Breach, man. Those kind of games are so cool. Yeah, shit. So, I think I pull back a square on this guy. Alright, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, cool. Cool. Where's my Overwatch ability, huh? I think this is actually okay. No, that's fucking terrible. Okay, cool. Got it. Cool. Alright, I'm just gonna wander over here. Jesus, these guys' movement speed is so shit. I don't want to lose my dog. I'm just gonna keep my dog here, man. I got a high ground dog, so it's fine. A lot of knights try to pierce through this area. I mean, this is actually hell on earth. Ooh, shit. This guy better charge in there, man. I think this guy should charge. No, it's probably fine. No. Yeah, I mean, I actually think that my frontline guys are just gonna get murdered. Should I use a Wargroove ability? Yeah, I was thinking maybe of like waiting some.
Lightning blast!
Lightning blast! Oh, you son of a bitch. Sure glad I left a knight down there, though. Holy shit, it's a lot. Is that the guy? That's a spearman? Okay. Alright, that lets me cover more ground. This guy's actually, like, pretty sick. I mean, I'll just keep blowing up stuff over here. This is fine.
This should do the trick.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Alright, so... who was shy to shoot? I think I should have moved these archers. I think they're not in the spot I want. And this good dog's gonna come from the woods and just bite this. Yeah, get him. God, I love that dog. So good. Powerful move unit. Critical hit when it attacks from a location 6 spaces away from where it starts. today I learned. That's it, right? We just end it? Doom, 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 doom. Rawr. Oh, cool. I perfectly dropped the pen into the espresso cup. I also have been killing dogs. Swear to God, if you destroy that, I'm gonna be so proud. Ding ding dong. Uh-oh. I wish to retake it. I'm sort of happy about this outcome, to be frank. Oh God. Oh, this is actually such an obnoxious spot for this guy.
I have a spell for this.
Boom! Well, I did not get the spacing correct, did I? Not at all. No, not one bit. That's okay. Just gonna blast through this. Zing. I'm gonna win this with overwhelming force. Good boy. -2 versus -2. Somehow, we get an advantage. Bravo. Ping, pong, poo. Alright, well, you know what, screw it. I'm bringing everyone up to the front, man. Ah. I'm gonna put my dogs next to my dogs. Actually, how much damage can this dog deal? Not a lot. Alright, ending the turn. What do wagons do? Wagons, you can load troops into it, and then move them extremely long distances. I mean, these knights in the middle are about just gonna get, like, wailed on, dude.
I have a spell for this.
Oh, God. What if Emmerich dies? Wouldn't that be bad?
This should do the trick.
This should Alright, great. It's like, don't worry, it's not happening anymore. I'm like, alright, thank you. I did need the clarification. I think that's just GG for my horse people. Oh my God, bonus horse people. Oh God. Oh my murder. Holy cow. Alright, I think that, like, my impatience of crossing this will be my doom. What's this do? Alright, it doesn't do anything. Alright, I think I maybe lost my commander.
Cherry stones, defend us!
Oh! 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 Okay. I understand now. This is basically Advance Wars? This is what people are telling me, man. I've never played Advance Wars. If you want me to know, I don't know. Ooh, it's a good battle dog. Attack. Attack, battle dog. Those battle pups are so sick. Rawr. Oh. The coffee, it is perhaps too bitter. This is not gonna go well, but I want my dogs to protect my horse people.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, I'm such a dumbass, man. Wait. Wait. You just attack him. Clippy clop, clippy clop, clippy clop. Stabbity dab. Swingity swong. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh my god, I can't believe how much I adore Heroes of Might and Magic 2 as a game. I mean, it's just astounding to me how much I adore that damn thing. Battle Pop. Good boy. I mean, just all the upgrades and the progression and the variety of the combat. Alright, oh, we get +3 from that. That's pretty good, but I still think we're taking like 10%.
Lightning blast!
Yeah. Lightning blast! There's Bird says, Hom 2 is my favorite. The music, the monsters, yeah. Oh. Doom, 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 doom. Dude, I think I'm getting murdered. What's GOG? I believe that GOG used to stand for Good Old Games, but now GOG just stands for GOG. Alright, so I'm gonna try to take out this dude. Because there's just not that much more of them. I think I could, like, even safely ignore this guy. Oh, good boy. Oh, is that Sedge up there? Yes. Yeah, I think GOG once upon a time stood for Good Old Games, and now they're like, no, that stands for GOG. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, alright, let's grab the pick-a-nick baskets and scramble boo. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't get through there. Maybe just blow this guy's
I have a
right?
spell for this.
Maybe just GOG. I think GOG now stands for Good Old GOG. Something like that. Like, I don't know. I'm not positive. Not 100%. Oh, now I can't attack anything. Alright, perfect. Good. Alright. Knights and dogs, man. Maybe I should have just gone Mass Battle Dog. If this guy dies, I'm just going to be so red-cheeked. Just so very red-cheeked. Alright, I'm going to end this turn. It's great old games now, says Nervous Bird. They're up in the ante. Oh! These games, they're just incredible.
This should do the trick.
I mean, I'll just buy some more health from that good dude, man.
I have a spell for
I'm
this.
considering buying more health. I'm not sure I'm gonna live for this. Well, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I think I have an advantage against those guys. Tickety-tang, tickety-tong. Turn 16. Reinforce for 450. Perfect. Can't even tell anything was wrong. Can't even tell it. Cap. Excalibur Z says day and night. It's going to rain literally all weekend. What's the activity plan? It is? I didn't know that. I had a haircut at 2 on Saturday. Oh! I'm going to get my haircut. Oh my god, I'm going to be good looking. I mean, it's too bad I got the date tonight. Can you move the crystal? That's a great question, Chrono 48. It's a great question. The answer is niet. Quickly, battle dog. Yeah, man. I'm doing a big push to finish this big old block of code that I've been... It's taken me a while to, like, wrap my head around how to even structure this thing. But I have it all written out on a whiteboard. So I'm good. Shoot her, shoot her. So that's one thing I want to do. I mean, frankly, I've just been out of town for... Why in the shit do you think that's what I want you to do? Why don't you stand still and shoot him? Oh my god, these archers. What is it? Every game has its own dragoon, it feels like. Every game has a dragoon. Oh. Tear it down. Woof, bark, growl. Actually, don't do a damn thing. You're good. You're too good of a dog for that. And I will move the doggies. Wait here, maybe? Such a good boy. Attack that. So excited to just chill at home, man. I'm gonna play some Dota 2 auto chess. I've never played it before, but, you know, if there's a new game craze occurring, I feel sort of responsible to try it out. So, I'm gonna be doing that. So yes, like auto chess, got some conversations, doing a bunch of coding. Finishing setting up second PC. I gotta remember to do that too. And the torno. Thing I'm really excited about though, passatelli tonight, man. Passatelli. Passatelli is pasta made out of breadcrumbs and parmesan. Shoot them with an arrow! My name is Angerfist, and I'm gonna invade ya. Oh, big piles of balls. Oh my god, absolute devastation. Blow the man down. Alright. Knock him dead, buddy.
This should do the trick.
That's perfect. Oh, who's a good boy? It's Anger Dog! Kaboom, shazoom. Kabam Shazam. I'm killing dogs. I'm killing pikemen. Yeah. This is Wargroove. Oh, you're such good boys. Okay, so this is the... Let me check something. In the overview, neutralize the enemy barracks. Alright, it's time to get it neutralized. Here we go. Right. Enemy turn. Hiko Maruken coming back for 78 months straight. So I hope everyone's having a great day. It has the most lovely weekend. Yeah, dude, who has fun and exciting weekend plans? I have 3 things I want to do. Dota 2 auto chess on Saturday. Finish this coding stuff that I've been a little befuddled by for a long time. That I now finally understand. And last but not least, I want to finish watching Kingdom. That's it. That's it. Super Sudzos is square dancing tomorrow. Hell yeah. Sequence is playing D&D tomorrow. Aw, yes. Jodex wants us doing some more programming on my game, playing badminton and playing Gloomhaven. Damn, you got a lot going on. Yeah. Ah, please go here. Some of it, just the basic clicking interface hurts me a little. Roll the man down. Kahuta's going to spend all weekend catching up on maths. Who is mid-project? Who is, like, mid-project? Who's got some exciting, fun-ass, kick-ass, dope-ass projects with dead ass? David Lex says I'm listening to brand new vinyl records to listen to Scratches, Hype Thump, playing Payday 2 with friends, and going to lunch with Fred and his parents. Oh! Dan Plantain says, art projects count, man? Hell yeah, art projects count, man. Marlo 19 is in the middle of writing a novel. Marlo, you and I have been kindred spirits today, man. Marlo 19 and I are just, like, absolutely on point with all our thoughts and opinions, man. Aeolus SC, does applying to jobs count? Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Muldarian says, writing my 3rd novel, about 65,000 words in. Jesus. Anyone who is capable of finishing a novel is just such a badass to me, man. I mean, that's so fucking hard. It's exhausting. X has been working on a live game for almost 4 years. Now I'm just finished a release cycle. Glad the weekend is here. Hell yeah, Madness X. Can I ask about this game? Oh, Sedge the douchebag. Madness X, talk to us about the game that you just got. So I'm gonna attack with this one, and then I'm gonna capture with the other one and win, right? Puzzle game for mobile and Facebook. Dude, that's awesome.
You think you can beat Sedge so easily? This isn't the end of the hunt. Sedge will catch you. It will. I'm a rodent snake. I will watch you. Sedge will stalk you, and when you least expect it, he'll draw a line of chalk around you, because you're a dead body. Sedge will pounce.
Way weaker than my words. Way weaker. I had the words. He doesn't have the words. He just has a hiss.
Sedge, here you are. Who are these strangers?
Where?
Invaders.
Huh? Huh? What? Huh?
Trespassers. humans bent on the destruction of the Gloomwoods. Sedge caught them, Sedge defeated them. Greenfinger need not worry.
Ooh! Oh, his name is Greenfinger? Oh! Oh, that's gonna be an order of gaggaroni and cheese with me, man. Greenfinger? Ugh. Woo! Like, you gotta be careful using finger and hole and moist, like any word like that. Like, you know, if there's a pit that bones get thrown into, you can't call it the bone hole. You can't do that. There's green thumbs, that's fine. Thumb is fine, but finger? Can't do it. Like, if your name is Dr. Finger, you're probably gonna lose out on clientele and relationships. Hi. Hey, it's... You've come home at a vulnerable time in my life. Hi, sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I just said Dr. Finger. I need the key.
No, I totally understand. It's just that we're live, so you know.
I'm Jet. I love you. I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm going now.
bye, sweetheart. Oh God. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, you say Dr. Finger, and then there's another person's hand right here, and I just. Oh yeah, we're going on a date tonight. Oh, we've been together for 7 years. I think she's into me. Woo, yeah, I think I've got a read on this, honey. Oh shit, that's funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's really good. Is it serious? I don't know, man. I'm feeling out of the situation. Oh. Huh? Greenfinger? Oh. Swagner100 says, hello, long-time viewer, first-time subscriber. Just want to say, live your contents. My favorite were the day-night story times, most notably Graham's number. Ah, yes, thank you. When I first watched that, I was amazed just the concept of it all. What are some things nowadays you are amazed by? You know, the name Greenfinger is very topically is something I'm amazed by it. Not in like the I'm impressed by it, but just like it made it to air, you know what I mean? Things that I'm amazed by recently. I think the biggest thing is machine learning. I've been going really hard on neural networks for the last year. This is a transition. I went straight from bone holes and Dr. Finger, and I'm really inspired by machine learning. But as long as I'm doing it with conviction, I'm sure everyone will stay along for the ride. Just the applications of it are really, really fascinating. Because, I mean, the basic idea of machine learning... Alright, it's a rant! The basic idea of machine learning is you have a bunch of inputs that you set up, and you have a bunch of outputs that you set up. So the inputs might be the pixels on the screen of the game Mario, and the outputs might be what button on the controller do I press right now. And the in the middle thing, this brain, this is the neural network, the meat of the neural network here. And the thing that's interesting about the process in the middle is that typically if you're writing an AI, you have your inputs, you have your outputs, and what goes in between? I, the programmer, write some instructions for that in-between block. But with machine learning, a neural network is a thing that's a whole bunch of numbers, a whole bunch of tiny little numbers, that adjust and tune themselves over time, not based upon instructions that I'm giving that, but based upon some reward that I'm trying to give the network. For instance, in Mario, move right. The more you move to the right in those 2D Mario games, the closer you are to the end. So it might give you a reward anytime you go to the right. And the idea of the neural network in the middle, it adjusts, it tunes, it adjusts, it adjusts, it adjusts, it tunes, it adjusts, it adjusts, it adjusts, it adjusts, it adjusts, it adjusts. And in the end, you have, with your inputs of the pixels on the screen space, filters through this process that has learned itself, and then boom, in the output, it's pushing buttons in such a way that it can beat Mario levels at superhuman capability. And it's so mysterious and fascinating and beautiful because the neural network is just thousands and hundreds, or excuse me, thousands or even hundreds of thousands of different numbers in this neural network that, again, just being tuned up, tuned down, tuned up, tuned down, tuned up, tuned down, to where the person, I don't know what this internal mechanism is. I don't know how it's thinking. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think it's super cool. So there's some examples of techniques that are some applications of machine learning and neural networks in particular that are really interesting. For instance, let's take, for instance, I'm making a game and I have a wooden table in the game, right? I have a wooden table, and then also I have sort of a shiny metal surface on a wall, and then I sort of have like a ceramic tile wall. Ugliest room in the universe. Wood table, metal wall, ceramic wall, whatever. And let's say I just have some various objects that we don't care too much about what material they're supposed to be, but those ones are blocking light, right? So you might have like a pillar coming halfway down, and you might have a chair, some other objects in the room. So if there are lights on, what's the way that light actually works in the real world? Oh, well, it's that photons are going off and bouncing off surface, losing energy, dissipating in strength, and all this ambient bouncing creates things like harsh shadows of the table to the ground, but then some of the light that gets reflected off the walls then hits that shadow and brightens it, and maybe more gets reflected off the metal surface than gets reflected off the ceramic surface, so there might be some gradients on some of the shadows. You know, and if I'm a computer programmer trying to do graphics programming, it can be really fucking difficult. Actually, it can be. It is computationally ridiculously difficult for me to do that simulation of sending out millions of photons, seeing where they bounce, and then I go, oh, okay, it hit here 42,000 times and there 16,000 times, so this should be a little bit of a brighter pixel than that should be. There's way too much shit. But why the fuck am I talking so much about lighting in the setup when we were just talking about machine learning? Well, you can, there's a lot of techniques to do faked ray tracing, faked realistic lighting. So you can do things where you have a shitty lighting, a shitty half-assed, really weak ray traced lighting on the wooden surface, on the ground, on this wall, on this metal wall, on this ceramic wall. And you can train a neural network to take in, because again, inputs, brain, outputs. You can train the brain to take the input is a shitty looking, half-assed ray traced surface. Input into the neural network, and what does it output? A really good looking ray traced, or a really good looking image that appears to have realistic lighting for this particular material. So you can do so, and this is effectively a denoising algorithm, because you normally want, you know, millions or billions of photons simulated to get realistic looking ray tracing. I don't know, let's just send out hundreds. We'll wind up with bright spots and dark spots when really there should be something smooth, so it'll look noisy, it'll look bad, it'll look shitty. Don't worry, neural networks and machine learning will help denoise this. And how does it learn to do this? Well, frankly, you can just do a lot of this shit by hand. You can just be like, show me your attempt at denoising. And I'm going to give you neural network points from -10 to +10. And if it's a shitty job, you give a -10. If it's an amazing job, you get a full 10. If it's okay, maybe give it like a -1, something like this. And based upon my taste as a visual judge, it will try to work towards this. Young NSC says, mods, is it okay to reference some YouTube channels that have related educational content? That'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. Warren Jorbis says, I don't know, I think you're describing magic. You know, it's actually amazing how many people talk about machine learning as though it's this magical thing, when frankly, it's like calculus and addition. Because, like, yeah, it's like sort of the outcome that's amazing, but really it's just not that complicated. It's more tedious than it is complicated, right? There's millions of numbers, each one is being adjusted kind of identically in some of these cases, right? How much does this change based upon how much does this change? Oh, I'm just going to subtract this derivative from that. Done. You know, I kind of think of it like, if you guys have ever looked at assembly line videos, which are amazing. I mean, you can literally just go online and look up, you know, assembly line factory. Just pick a product, you know, like aluminum can factory, just look it up. Champagne factory, look it up, you know. You'll see things like there's a machine that will actually, like, put in the cork and put the little champagne plastic wrapping on top. Just and it's kind of like, wow, that's amazing that it can just accurately put the thing on like that, no problem. But really, the way to achieve that is you just use a lot of equations, and you make sure all the parts of the equations kind of work and add together properly, and then you put the materials that are the same measurements that your equations pooped out, and then it just works, and you're like, good. Very good. Oh my god, Tell Do. Hosting for 108 and raiding with a party of 52. Tell Do. This gosh, I absolutely love this game. I'm stoked to see you stream it too, Dana. I'm thrilled to hear it. Tell Do. Oh my god. Thank you for the kind raid. Goodness gracious. Although, we're about to halt playing and switch to some Magic the Gathering, and also we're spending a moment talking about machine learning. But I feel like it's one of those things where if any of you have ever done any computer programming, and you are working on the same code thing, what the fuck am I talking about? Oh yeah, if you spend a lot of time working on the same, not same code block, the same code base, right? Just working on it, you'll have that same feeling too, where you're just like, I can't believe that this shit actually works. I can't even believe it. And I feel like machine learning is kind of the same way, where like functionally, the process is just, it's taking a derivative and it's subtracting a derivative from a value, and that's what adjust to become better means. Excalibur Z says DeepMind had to use multiple agents for each Alpha Star match, because the same agent would have just played the same way and become predictable. How do you introduce variability and adaptability? It depends on what you mean. When you say had to use multiple agents for each Alpha Star match, what do you mean? I don't... You mean, like, I don't think... The way I'm interpreting that is that in a 30-minute game, Alpha Star used Brain 1 for the first 10 minutes, Brain 2 for the next 10 minutes, and Brain 3 for the last 10 minutes, which I don't think is what you mean. Each match used a unique agent. It says, because the same agent would have just played the same way and become predictable, that's not... Okay, so, first of all, we have to be really careful with the statement, it would do the same thing, each game would become too predictable each game. I don't, because I'd really need to watch one agent play for 20 minutes in order to 20 minutes, 20 games to really understand like what that sort of predictability means. Because the way that a neural network basically functions is the same way that you, a human being, would function if you played, 1,000 games of Starcraft, where you might have a couple builds you use a lot, and, I have my Zerg Terran opening that I just do, and if it's an all-in, I switch this way, and if it's not, wins that way. So Scalabry says, because there are multiple ways to win StarCraft, each of those agents learned how to win by adopting a particular strategy and mastering it. That's not exactly a true statement. That's not exactly a true statement. And let me explain why, I hope. So the way that a neural network trains is, again, you think of, in a literal sense, it's inputs that are specified. And I use the Mario example. Here's the fucking pixels on the screen. And outputs. What button do I press? Right? And so, similarly, the way that AlphaStar roughly works is inputs is, here's the current game state of StarCraft. Outputs. Here's where to click and what to do. Here's how to select thing, move thing here, do that. In between, again, the brain that learns this thought process that's totally almost impenetrable. I think they said that they had 70 million different elements in the middle of that neural network, which is a shitload. So, when you read about how AlphaStar trained certain things, the way that it's different than the way you would imagine instructing a human player. For instance, a human player, you might say something like, we're going to early expand, and we're going to go 2 base into quick 3 base as Zerg every single game. We're just going to do that, right? You start to shape down a total set of sequenced outputs. And that's a weird fucking statement. What do I mean by sequenced outputs? Well, what I mean is, oh shit, sorry, I hit the microphone. Strategies that human beings understand. Strategies like if I'm just talking to you and we're chatting a little bit, I'm going to say, oh yeah, he went for a fast 3 base and then went straight for Spire, right? That describes the sequence of building an expansion at this time and then building an expansion at this time and then using largely Zerglings for defense instead of roaches, and then taking your gas geysers at this time, and then taking a Spire eventually. And there's things that will fuck with you, like if you're getting harassed a lot, you might have to delay the Spire. If your opponent's going all in, you might have to abandon this plan and go roaches. If your opponent's also being greedy, you want to get that Spire faster, right? So, we humans think in terms of these sort of conceptual chains. Can you go to a neural network and kind of help sculpt its sequencing of these decisions? Not really. Typically, and in their AlphaStar review, the way that DeepMind wrote about it, you give them different rewards that, in terms of like reverse engineering, should steer it in certain ways. So for instance, the most simple way to teach an AI to play is you get 10 points for a win, nothing else. So literally all it cares about is winning. You can also give it smaller rewards, like you get 10 points if you win, you get 1 point if you destroy an enemy nexus, and that's it. Right? So that reward will maybe encourage our AI to possibly snipe nexuses more, because we've seen that be a legit technique. Also, it might cause a legit technique in professional play. It might cause the neural network to pressure expansions, because that increases the chance it'll get that extra point reward for killing the nexus. But it also, additionally, it might never end the game because it knows that the maximum number of nexuses will be created if we never end the game. We can get 20 points by killing 20 nexuses if we never let this fucker end, right? And so these different rewards can sometimes lead to degenerate behavior. But what DeepMind was trying to do by having these different personality brains was they'd say, you get 1 point if you kill a nexus. You get a fraction of a point every time you build a zealot. You get a fraction of a point every time you learn about a or every time you build a mutalisk. And what happens is, the natural outcome of this is you wind up with an agent that tries to win. It certainly tries to win, but it's kind of steered towards Nexus sniping, or steered a little towards zealot making, or steered a little towards mutalisk production. And this is kind of the same way that you would think about instructing yourself. You know what? I rarely do mutalisk play, so for the next week, I'm going to try to do mutalisk builds in all these matchups. I just kind of want to see if I can learn more about that. So by saying, here is an agent that is learning, and here's an agent that they're learning, they're different brains. This one's rewarded for building more stalkers. This one's rewarded for building more zealots. Go explore more. This is like two humans saying, I'm going to focus on zealot-based strategies. I'm going to focus on stalker-based strategies. It's to try to help give a breadth of exploration for possible styles. So, in the end result, it is not the case that the zealot-focused player will build any zealots at all. There is no guarantee that they will build any zealots at all, because it could observe and go, yes, if I built some zealots now, I'd get some fractions of a point. Great. But then I would immediately lose. And if I win, I get 10 points, right? Same way that you think as a person. So, this is coming all the way back to the statement Excalibur Z, like, what about predictability? It's difficult to even say, unless you're dealing with a very simple problem, that a network will behave in a conceptually predictable way. There could occasionally be degeneracies, and by degeneracy I mean something obvious like, this agent, whenever a mutalisk attacks it, it just tells all its workers to stop mining and it never tells them to mine again. And that's like, something's getting totally fucked. It literally learned a weird bad thing. But even if you are an AI that is, I'm a stalker-focused AI, I get fractions of points for building stalkers, and I get a shitload of points for winning, you could watch it do stalker-based strategies and have a huge breadth of strategic richness to where I, a person, would go, oh my god, I can't tell if this is one person that has 20 tricks or 20 different people, because just because it has the same brain that it's using all the time doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to follow down these clear decision sequences. Does that make sense? Did I make sense, Excalibur Z? I don't know if I don't know if I'm a parsable man. And this is coming all the way back to your statement about them using different AIs for the AlphaGo match. I think that part of the, like, I'm imagining I'm DeepMind, I am an AI research company, but I'm also trying to release a product, right? I'm trying to showcase a product. I'm trying to demonstrate that we got what the kids call big dick energy, right? We want to show with the most massive of phallus that we can that we have something that is robust, can do different things, can both go deep, can go broad, that kind of thing. And so if they say, for instance, Rhetorical Meows's slow face palm, I know, I'm sorry. Someone used it yesterday and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's the thing people say. It's like so weird. Anyways. I appreciate you typing that you're face palming in chat, Torkoal Meow. You're keeping me honest. You're keeping me honest. Oh, an Angel Fire 86 sub gifting to Top Gear Gunner 21. It's Spid Gay. It's Spidgy. It's Spidgy is your name. Dr. Quandary, Furryfish 16, and Mishnah. So again, I'm imagining that if I'm DeepMind, let's imagine that in Protoss vs. Protoss, it's Pidgey. God damn, it's Pidgey. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, it's Pidgey. Thank you, Greg. So, you know, I can imagine that, let's say, for instance, you saw the Stalker micro that Alpha Star was able to do. Unbelievable micro. And so, what could happen that is a business risk, I'm not talking about machine learning stuff, but as a business risk, what if Alpha Star comes down and just quickly attacks, uses Amazing Stalker Micro and wins? The entire StarCraft community might have a very strong, illegitimizing argument. They might be able to say, yeah, but basically it just employed superhuman micro. And yeah, no, I mean, literally, it's able to click more precisely and accurately than any human could. We don't get blown away if a golf machine can hit a golf ball by perfectly measuring the air and hitting with the exact amount of force in a super controlled environment. You know, you don't really show that you are an expert golf learner by just doing this sort of computation. But if you're doing good Stalker Micro with a cool strategy, that starts to be more promising. And beyond all that, if you get 5 different AIs that were each playing different styles, Stalker Heavy, Stalker Low, Phoenix Heavy, Carrier Rush, generalized, strong, long-term play, then you're showing that you're able to learn multiple different strategies, and you're actually able to showcase how your body of work is able to create a breadth of intelligence in this specific field. So, the Silent Knight says the way the APM budgeting worked that allowed big APM spike for Insane Stalker Micro is probably the biggest criticism I've seen of Alpha Star. Yes. I mean, I think it's very fair to say, you know what, humans do spike over 1,000 APM in battle. Like, this has been happening for 20 years in StarCraft. This is, like, not remarkable to see spikes up that broach 1K. Because you just kind of, your fingers just fidget and react, and you get, you know, all the automation in your brain of, like, these movements that you're trying to make yourself do. And then you get into a reactionary situation where you're like, oh, fuck, your hands just work faster. Like, it's a normal thing. But when I watched those Alpha Star matches, it was not merely that Alpha Star was capable of doing, oh, that's sick micro, and then everything else he did was just, you know. It's that Alpha Star was able to make intelligent, strategic follow-ups from the micro in ways that impressed me. In particular, when you, here's the example that I really like to use. Let's say that you like StarCraft 1 example, so you're going to use that. Let's say that there is an opening where you are Protoss building an early expansion and you need 3 Dragoons. 3 Dragoons to hold it off. But if you can micro your Dragoons well enough, you only need 2 Dragoons. Just 2. This is a beautiful thing because suddenly my ability to click provides me with 125 minerals and 50 extra gas. You see that? It's important to note that a lot of games have the decision side and the execution side, and they don't overlap. They don't lean upon each other to make interesting things happen. But in StarCraft, if you can click well enough, you can free up more money. So suddenly, when I used to be building 3 Dragoons to defend myself, and then build a robotics facility, and then build an observer, and then scout with the observer, Shit, I scout a little too late. But wait a minute, if I can control well enough, way earlier in the game, I can free up money to start that robo earlier and scout sooner, and then respond in a way that I didn't used to be able to do, right? You get these chain reactions where execution at this point opens up possibilities at this future point. And so watching the AI Alpha Star exploit, oh, I began to pressure and you actually did pull back. Oh, wow, and then Mana did build the Immortal. I actually think that the most impressive game in the entire Alpha Star matches was the game that Alpha Star lost against Mana. Strategically, that was the most sophisticated PvP opening, execution, and follow-up I've seen in a long time. It was amazing. It was delightful to watch. I'm gonna finish this and close this, and then play some Magic after this. Maybe we'll just keep talking about machine learning. I don't know. Green figure, the Florin King. Yeah, give me that victory. B. Yep, I know. Congrats, you've done stuff. Okay, let me save and exit. Let me just go over here.